It's October 21st. Yeah, October 21st. And I am going out on my latest canoe trip I have ever done. So, this will probably be my last paddle of the season, unfortunately. Unless we keep having crazy weather here in Ontario. But as it sits now, this is probably going to be my last backcountry trip. So I'm spending 5 days, 4 nights in beautiful Kawartha Highlands. And oh my gosh, it's 24 degrees and sunny today. I think in the sun, the humidex is 26. So I'm not complaining whatsoever. But I'm just working against a headwind right now. It's been like this the whole time I've been paddling. Not a horrible headwind, but enough where if I stop, it'll drift me around. But I got 2 portages equaling about a kilometer before I get to my lake. And then I'm base camping there. And the idea or plan, the plan is to try and snag some rainbow trout. Because why not? It seems like a perfect time to work on my fishing skills. I've been trying to work on allowing myself to go out on these trips without needing or having to worry about pushing myself too hard. And relax, because I have a hard time with it, and I like the flow that happens when you're constantly moving every day, but there is a drain with that, and I want to just get a nice little base camp set up. I have the lake to myself because there's only one site on it, and then yeah, hang out and really get it nice and cozy. Yes, Layla and I, we camped there in July, and I am pretty much just going to this portage over here, and I'll be on the next lake over, so that's pretty cool. It's so weird to be at this lake and it be this quiet. Usually it's one of the louder lakes, motorboats and canoeists. So don't mind my huffing and puffing, but this nice little swamp field area is where I seen the bear coming in. Whew. I just stopped here to take a look out, see if there's any moose, because that's what I was more interested in. And then just over there on that rock ledge, right here, I just seen a big bear about to like go in the water. Seen me with my canoe on my head. I said, hey, and he ran the other way as fast as possible. So they said he's been around for a while probably, but he's not a problem, so that's nice. I'm here. It actually wasn't that bad. I don't think I've ever seen the 2 main lakes that I took that quiet. But I'm going to start setting up before it gets too dark, and we'll see where that takes me, because I think it's almost 5, and it gets dark in about, sunset's at 6:15, so I just want to make sure I'm ready for that. Food. Okay. I always have this problem with tending to believe that my hammock's a little longer or a little shorter than what it actually is, just by eyeballing. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh. No. Oh. When I use smaller trees, I try to use ones that have the double branch or the double trunk, just so I can tie them to it better. On the plus, there's not much in terms of bugs tonight, but I'm still gonna put my bug net on my tarp or my hammock, because with it being so warm today, chances are there'll probably be some mosquitoes. If you get one of these serpentine skins or snake skins or whatever they're called, I highly suggest the one long one, not the 2 in half. It just makes it a little bit simpler, at least when it comes to doing stuff on my hammock. So I got the full one on my tarp just because of the same reason. If you have a hammock, try not to tighten everything right up before you know you're good. It's always going to happen to a degree, but you don't want it to be way too high or touching the ground when you go to bed. Just give it a quick test. Oh. Awesome. Oh. All right. I think it's time to sit down and have a break and enjoy the view for a bit. Because my goodness, it's already almost dusk. You gotta check this out. October 21st. As soon as it gets going, it's good. And I like the fact that you can just let someone that hasn't camped before do it as a chore, and then once it's going, they don't have to worry. Because Because I've been in a group of like, what, I think it might have been 10 people before, where every day one person was designated pumper of all the water. And right then and there, I was like, this is stupid. Gotten dark kind of quick. I'm not sure what time it is. 7 something. A little after 7, maybe. Yeah, so I've just been slowly setting up. Now I'm just getting all my smelly stuff together to hang up. And probably getting my, not probably, I'm starting to get a little chill, so I'm going to get my warm night stuff. So many sounds. As soon as the chipmunks went away, just after dusk there, the toads have come out. And since there's so much foliage that's fresh and down, that's all you can hear. But yeah, since I want to hang the food bag soon, I might as well brush your teeth because all this goes in it. And then I'm probably going to just relax, play some Sudoku, and watch the stars come out. Some howling in the distance. It does make me feel like there's a lot going on when there's just you. You don't necessarily realize how drenched your stuff is until you take off your day tripping stuff and put on just stuff that hasn't been sweated in. Definitely feeling the portaging yesterday. But it's been over a month since probably 2 months since I was actually out. So, steady. Take my time and just fish around the lake. See if I can catch any rainbows. Again, beautiful today. October 22nd, and I think the high today is like 26. Just letting the wind drift me around. My last full day here is only supposed to be a high of 9. So that might be the better fishing day. There's a porcupine just right on the edge of that giant cliff. It's hilarious. It's just hard to keep steady while I'm trying to look through the camera too. Sat there for well over an hour, switching up my lures, seeing what works, what doesn't. And apparently nothing I used worked, so yeah, take a little break and then get back to it a little later to try a different time of the day. so happy but confused on how I have not gotten pegged by a fallen acorn yet. They're just falling all around me, and they've come close to hitting my feet. They sound like they hit the ground pretty hard too, so I feel like I might get a goose egg or two, just depending. That guy has an entire tree with him. And he scared the crap out of me when he was bringing that little tree, down the hill through the leaves. Oh, had a fantastic sleep last night. I don't know what time I fell asleep, but I know when I fell asleep, and then when I woke up this morning, I was in the exact same position, so it's not even like I moved or anything, which is always a sign to me that I've conked out and I had no uncomfiness, nothing. So that's great. Usually I like toss and turn and everything else. But that is a big reason why I like the hammock over the tents. I can get a lot more comfy. Now you let that sit for like 5-10 minutes, however strong you want it. And then I always put the filters in my cup so I don't get any grinds, because coffee's not supposed to be grainy. Very wrong. Very, very wrong. I like to do more of a cowboy coffee kind of deal, because it allows me to make at least, it essentially is a pot coffee. And I really like my coffee, so this gives me the ability to just put a lid on it and then warm it back up a little later, and then strain the grains out again. It's a little stronger, maybe a little more bitter, but camping. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to go in and get something to eat because I'm starving. I don't know how long I've been out here for. My bet would be a few hours at least. Oh, I got something. Just a little, well, I think it's a pumpkin seed. Ooh. There we go, little pumpkin seed. That was pretty close, whatever that was. I don't think it was a shot. It sounded muffled and a little closer. Oh, there we go. Hello! Ended up having to put another layer on because it's been extremely windy and gusty since I last was on the camera. It's been windy all day, but it's definitely gotten worse. And I'm partially hiding under my tarp because it seems like it's going to rain, but also because I've been avoiding falling acorns when it gets really, really gusty. So, but yeah, I've just been relaxing and getting some supper together. Oh, the sound I heard earlier, it was some park rangers just coming in to do some site maintenance and see how everything was. So I was gonna say it didn't quite sound like a gunshot. It was more muffled, and I was gonna just say it sounded more like a thunder, like someone used a thunderbox and just dropped the lid. And sure enough, that's probably exactly what it was. But yeah. No, good interaction, everything like that. They were just trying to do some maintenance on sites before it got too close to winter. And yeah, it's been pretty swell. Just very overcast, very windy. And then the wind kind of shifted into like a more of a chilled wind instead of the warmer wind that was earlier. And this is the start of my supper. I got some fried potatoes going on, just slowly making them. I had to make a somewhat of a wind barrier all around it just because of the gusts. It seems to be decent, but when it gets really, really windy, I gotta stop for a bit. Alright, it's a little after sunset, maybe like half an hour or so. It's getting dark and definitely chilly, so I'm just gonna hang my food bag and get my night clothes on and get hunkered down because I can feel the chill creeping in. I don't want to layer up just to unlayer in like an hour. So. All right, there she is. That's all secure for the night. Already really clear water. So nice. There's like not even a tannin look to it from the leaves going into it. You don't have to fiddle with it that much, but I like to get as much of the air bubbles out as possible. Beautiful morning on my last day. It's day 5. The dew on this before the sun came up was completely frozen. So it was quite a little frosty paradise out here.
Since the first week. For a week or two, he was in torment, never satisfied. Even when he had plenty of fish and Rat Lake, and for the 100th time, he noted how beautiful it was. Coolness at breath. Why is it different? He whispered. What such he did not have. That made the rifle worthless, at least as far as being a gun was concerned.
Oh, well, I'm pretty much ready. I'm just gonna organize my tackle and stuff and just keep out 1 or 2 lures for quickies to start fishing on buzzard after my first portage here. So yeah, 5 days. It's crazy how fast it feels like it goes. Day 5, I got a kilometer of portaging to get back to the car. But it's divided between 2 different sites, or 2 different portages. So not bad. Goodbye, site. You were amazing. Thank you for the beautiful fall trip. I'm gonna not worry about fishing this lake because I fished it so many times. and got only a little pumpkin seed panfish. So once I get onto buzzard, I'm gonna throw out my line while I go, just cause. All right, first trip on the 600. I think it says 664. Whatever, 600. I decided I'm gonna take my big bag with paddles, and then I'll come back, do the canoe. And I decided to leave my small bag instead of doing it with the canoe. I'm gonna save my knees a little bit. Time to go get my other load. I'm probably just gonna take it in one load because I like that. Because I like making it a struggle for myself, apparently. But then it's just one load, so